What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Roxora, and today we're doing a Duel Links video for the first time in a little bit. But yeah, I like to, again, come and revisit Duel Links every once in a while. Obviously still playing on my own, but you know, yeah, Duel Links has changed quite a bit, I think, since the last video. I think I did, was it Pendulums? I must have done a Pendulum video with the new Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. But yeah, we've got even further, right? It feels like we had like Heroes, and then we had Shadal, and now we have this deck where, I don't know, someone can help me out if like they know kind of like the history or maybe a little bit more of the mechanics about why that is. But it seems like as we've gotten more and more towards modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! And kind of some of the same archetypes, a lot of the powerful ones seem to be fusion archetypes. So I don't know why that is, but maybe there's a reason for that I'm not seeing. Anyways, if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy Duel Links content, which I don't do often, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know. Again, usually these videos don't do too well, but I do enjoy them, so I'm gonna continue doing them, but maybe I'll do them more if people enjoy it. Again, I just also tend to do a variety of stuff now that, like, again, I'm not really playing Magic the Gathering too much, at least not digitally. Anyways, so we are playing Depsia. Depsia is not an archetype that I'm familiar with, at least not before Duel Links. I did hear a little bit of complaints about the Tax Dragon from Duel Links, or from Master Duel, and that's the Masquerade, the Blazing Dragon here. And we'll go over everything, but yeah, this deck has been making quite a bit of rounds, and it is quite good. It's not, I don't think it's unbeatable, but apparently it is a tier 1 in combination, or kind of in the same level as Shadal. Shadal is kind of crazy. But anyways, this deck I think has also a decent matchup into Shadal, which might be why it's so high. But yeah, as always, the deck comes with a crazy skill. So obviously it has a condition of limiting us to summoning only some Despia and Fall of Albaz stuff and some light and dark monsters. Okay, all this stuff's fine. We only are doing that anyways, right? All of our monsters are either light or dark. And it has 2 skills that can be used, one of which can only be used if only our opponent controls a monster. So again, helps the classic Duel Links kind of setup of giving you some consistency, and then another skill that helps you when going second. Or I guess if you're in a bad spot, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, all you have to do is reveal a Despia or a Branded Opening, which is the other spell card. And you go and get to grab any Despia monster or Branded Opening from your deck to your hand. And they can also add the field spell, which is really powerful. And is kind of like, not the main focal point of the deck, but it's like one of the strongest cards in the deck if I was really thinking about it. Just getting to continuously be a polymerization every turn is kind of crazy. And then if only our opponent controls a monster, we also just get to Foolish Burial a Despia monster and add a free Branded in red to the hand, which makes your consistency and the things that you can do going second a whole lot more powerful. So yeah. So where to start? I guess the best place to start is I guess just go with the ultra rare. So this is a nice your kind of good normal summon. Otherwise a lot of the deck just revolves around fusion summoning. So you normal summon this, and you go to get to grab either your Branded Opening or your Branded in red, which is really nice. And then also if this is in your graveyard and a fusion monster is basically, if it leaves the field basically from an opponent's effect, you get to negate a monster on your opponent's field and then also resummon this. You can only use one of these effects each turn, so you don't get both effects, right? So if you negate a monster's effect and you summon it, you don't actually get to go search for a spell. I was confused about that the first time I kind of did this. I don't usually get this second effect very often. But yeah. Then we have the Dramaturge. Oh my god, reading these cards is crazy. Where if it is used for a fusion summon, right? It's yeah, if it's used for fusion material and it's sent to the graveyard or banished, you just get to summon it for free, which is kind of crazy. It's just this 3,000 attack point monster that just you fusion summon with it, you get one of your fusions, and then you get this. It's just like, it's so much power on board. And then it also has an extra effect where it can negate an effect monster if something is fusion summon basically any non-ritual special summon, I believe. Any extra deck summon, I guess. Yeah, any extra deck summon. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, just extra protection, extra negating. We have the Ad Libitum. It can buff up monsters, but that's not really why it's here. It's here again, kind of like this, where it's used for a fusion summon, and then you go and get to just resurrect either a banished or any monster in the graveyard. Right. So if this can only be used once per turn. So if you fusion summon with this, summon it back out, you fusion summon again, it stays in the graveyard or in the banished zone. And then but later, kind of in the same turn, you can fusion with this and bring out the Dramaturge. So that's pretty cool. And again, also just finding this is better on for later in the combos when you just like fusion summon with it and get back one of the previous materials that you used. Next up, we have a protection piece. This is Despia Comedy. When something targets your Despia cards, you can just discard this card to negate it, which is really good for your for your field spell. I'm only running one. Some people I've seen running two, but again, the skill grabs you it, and you don't really gain any benefit for running two unless your first one is destroyed. So having Despian Comedy be able to protect your field spell is nice, and then also just like any of your other Despia monsters as well. And then it has an extra effect from the graveyard where it can tribute a fusion monster to resummon it. So if there's any kind of disruption or kind of removal on one of your fusion monsters, you just switch it out. Also, if there's any kind of forbidden droplet effects going on, right, you can use your Despia Comedy to kind of preemptively stop that. And then what I think is kind of like the most crazy, not the most crazy card in the deck, but one of the probably more important monsters in the deck is Despian Tragedy. So when it's used, or sorry, not when it's used, but if it's just sent to the graveyard or banished, you just get to add search your deck for Despia. That's it. Just use it for anything. You can discard it to your branded opening. That does the thing. You can discard it to this Dark Lord here to just discard it, send it to the graveyard, super poly it, whatever. Anything you do, if it goes to the graveyard by a card effect, you're just gonna search. And then later on in the game, you can banish it to reset a trap card from your graveyard, or sorry, a Despia card from your graveyard. So again, the branded opening and then the really powerful branded in red. Yeah, so you fusion summon with this, and then you later on grab it back with the Tragedy. And you can already see how like a lot of these cards just kind of recycle into one another, right? Where you fusion summon, you use the Despia, these level 8s, and you summon more guys, and then you use this to get back the branded in red. You use this, and it brings back the Tragedy from the banished zone. Right, and you just kind of keep going and going and going and going. So yeah, pretty crazy. So we've talked a lot about the monsters. What do these spells do? So this just discards a card and either summons a Despia monster or adds it to your hand. This does lock you into fusion summoning, so we have some Link and Xyz monsters here that we have to be wary of. But then the more important part about this card is that it prevents your monsters from being a fusion monster from being destroyed if you banish this card from graveyard. So that's pretty powerful, just using this to get extra consistency and then also being protection. Branded Red is probably the most powerful spell in this deck. Just getting back a Despia monster and then immediately fusion summoning. It can attack directly, but as we'll see, that's not really the problem. Most of the time you're using this on your opponent's turn, which we'll talk about. But of note, this has to return the monster in order for it to actually be able to fusion summon. So you'll note that we have some DD Crows here, which can banish cards from the graveyard. So a lot of people have been doing this now to counter the Branded in Red. I'm only running 2. I haven't really run too many Despia on ladder, and it also really hasn't, when I have, it hasn't been that hard. Again, it's a little bit of a hard deck to play. There's a lot of moving pieces, as you can see. But anyways, that is kind of the explanation for why there's a DD Crow, and kind of how people can interact with Branded in Red. So yeah. But yeah, both of these also being quick play spells, very powerful. I feel like usually these would be normal spells. So that's kind of crazy. And then the Despia Theater, as you mentioned here, during your main phase, you just get to fusion summon using monsters from your hand or field. So it just acts as a polymerization every turn. And then also it has extra protection where it says if a face-up non-fusion fairy type monster leaves the field because of opponent's effect or is destroyed by battle, you just get to bring back a fusion monster from your graveyard. So again, a lot of the deck is involved around summoning the Masquerade Blazing Dragon and keeping it out on the field. Let's see, what else we got? So then we have just some tech cards. So we have Forbidden Droplet, again, one of the most powerful interaction spells in the game, and then Book of Eclipse, as well as the ever annoying Super Polymerization. I absolutely despise this card. There's no way to search for the card in the deck, and I don't really often find myself using it, but it's here. It's very powerful. It's very good if your opponent has, like if you draw this and your opponent has some disruption, and then they're trying to remove your monster, and you just go, cool, like Super Poly, negate, kind of save my monster and also remove one of your monsters if I'm able to do that. So yeah. And then more importantly here, we haven't talked about the Dark Lord Morningstar and the banishment of the Dark Lords. So as you can see, this deck has a couple of fairy dark monsters. These Despia monsters, the Blazing and the Despian Quaritus, are fiends. So they're not fairies, but all of the other main deck monsters are fairies. So you have fairy, 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 fairy. And there's a very powerful card that has not been used to the fullest extent. I played Dark Lords when this card was released. There was a skill to help this deck out, and didn't really go anywhere. It was like fine, but it wasn't really good. But this card is crazy, especially again in combination with Dark Lord Morningstar. So this card has some effects, has some text on it. We don't actually care about it at all. We care about using it to fusion summon the first Dark Lord. So requires 3 Dark Fairy monsters, which again we have plenty of, and again this is also a Dark Fairy. Says you cannot target fairy monsters with card effects. Awesome, great. That includes itself, so it's also just super protected. Just 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. Super crazy. More importantly, if it's fusion summoning using this guy, destroy all cards your opponents control. That's nuts. Right? That's just nuts. Right? And so we have a ton of ways to do this, but again, the main way that we can do this is branded it with Branded in Red. Again, you can use the fusions. Excuse me, the field spell as well. But if we just set up our turn 1 and just like have some of our Despia cards in play, find a way to find Dark Lord Morningstar, and have access to Branded in Red, as well as just any one Despia monster in our graveyard, we can just summon this during our opponent's turn at any point that we want and just nuke our opponent's field. Again, that's just kind of nuts when you think about it. And then it has extra text of being able to resummon fairy monsters from the graveyard or hand. Right, so if we used like our Dramaturge or whatever to fusion summon it, can also grab it back on the next turn. Can only be used. You can only use one effect, right? So if you fusion summon it and you destroy all your opponent's board, you can't grab a fairy just yet. You have to wait till the next turn. So yeah. Obviously, you can tell that's crazy, and so we have the 3 Dark Lord Morningstars to add to the consistency, as well as the banishment to search in case we don't have it, as well as a Condemned Dark Lord, which just requires 2 fairies, doesn't require Dark Lords, and can discard to search for a Dark Lord. So yeah, obviously that's really strong. So that's kind of like the main going first game plan is kind of set up your field, find a Morning Star, find a Branded in red, and boom, fusion summon it into the first Dark Lord, and that'll be very strong. So what does the rest of the deck do? That's like kind of the funny thing is like that's the reason why this deck is really good. We're not even talking about the Masquerade the Blazing Dragon yet, which is also strong. This is kind of like the main like Despia card. So this was known to Master Duel players as the Tax Dragon. I always like kind of wondered why. If this was fusion summoned, just like if it's in play and it was fusion summoned, every time your opponent does something, they take 600. They have to pay 600 life points to do it. It's any card, any effect, monster, spell, trap. Just they have to pay 600 life points. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And a lot of people are wondering because again, as if you look at cards like Lava Golem. Lava Golem in the actual game does 1,000 points, right? And so a lot of the effects in Duel Links have been halved. A lot of effect damage has been halved, and so it is kind of confusing why this effect is the same. So yeah, a lot of people don't really understand that. It's kind of crazy, and it is kind of wreaking havoc. Certain decks and certain hands are just going to be unable to deal with the Blazing Dragon if this just isn't dealt with. So yeah, and then it also has this other extra effect of being able to resummon itself if there's an extra deck monster on the field, or a ritual. Oh, interesting. Just any kind of crazy special summoning. This can just come back into play. It doesn't get that effect, right? It doesn't have the burn effect because it wasn't fusion summoned. But still, just a big nice body on board. At level 8 can also help you go into your Dingirsu. So that's kind of cool. And then look over the other big Despia card here. This card's actually pretty cool. I like it quite a bit. So first of all, just during the main phase, if it's summoned, you can during the main phase, just at any point, your turn or your opponent's turn, and it can do this every turn. Is just change all monsters on the field to 0 attack, except for level 8 or higher fusion monsters. So all the guys you see here are just completely unaffected, including itself. And then also has a float effect. Can go against a Despia monster if it is leaves the field because of a card effect. So yeah, this is like going to be one of the other ways in which you finish off the game. Your opponent just leaves a monster in attack position. You summon this out, you shrink it down to 0, and you just smack him in the face. Yeah. We also get to run Starving Good of Fusion Dragon. Just I don't really summon this a lot, but it's just a nice consistent card. If your opponent has a huge board, even after the Dark Lord effect, you can summon this out. I mentioned Dingirsu is just a good card to have if you're able to just put a lot of level 8s into play. You use 2 of them to make this, and you can just send one card your opponent controls to the graveyard, as well as giving you protection from destruction. We mentioned the Dark Lord. There is also one of Pentastag here, where if you have this and the link, if you're linked, monsters attack and defense. Yeah, so it has to be linked to something. But if you summon out your Dark Lord and you summon out this, and the Pentastag is pointing to the Dark Lord, you get piercing damage, which is going to be a potential way to finish off games pretty well. So that's cool. Yeah. So let's go over just like one of the basic combos that you'll likely do with this deck. So as long as you have Despian Tragedy and Dramaturge of Despia, you'll be able to kind of pull off this combo. Right, so you make sure you have these 2. You go and activate your Despia to fusion summon any monster, but presumably it's going to be the Masquerade the Blazing Dragon. Your Tragedy will go and search for Aluber. You normal summon Aluber, and you have to this will also resummon itself. You normal summon this, search for your Branded in red. You link summon them off to make a Dark Lord. You discard any card to go and grab your Dark Lord Morningstar, and that's it. Right, so you pass the turn, and you will have a Dark Lord in play, as well as a Dark Lord in hand. And then when you activate your Branded in red, that you've set, I mean, right? You set it in pass. You can activate this to return any of the Dark Lords that you had. The Tragedy, the Dramaturge should be in play, right? Or sorry, not should be in play. It should be in the graveyard, right? So the Dramaturge or the Aluber should be in the graveyard. You fusion summon your Dark Lord, and boom, you have the big boom. So that's kind of gonna be something that I would presume that you're gonna see a lot in the gameplay here. Just realized I made like a 20-minute intro, so apologies for that. But yeah, we're gonna play some games, probably a couple, but just to show off the deck here. And yeah, I gotta apologize for my long intros with this, but I do feel like I want to explain everything and not just kind of go like, you know, here's the gameplay, go nuts. I feel like a lot of times, like when I'm watching a Duel Links video, I want to understand like what's going on. Let me make sure my settings are right as well. Sometimes when I'm playing manual, might want self chain on. Activation order. Like a button. Okay. So let's take a look at our hand. Our opening hand is pretty good. We have the 2 cards that we want, and we also have a Branded opening for extra protection. So we're playing the Soul Burning Link, which is, yeah, the Salamangreat. Okay. The classic Salamangreat skill. So this is going to be rough because actually they have whatever it's called, the Link 1 that gives them protection. So that's going to be a little bit rough, as well as they also have a way to just nuke our board. So that's interesting. Alright, so Salamangreat of Fire. I mean, we can also just kind of go for the Despian Quiritus. Alright, the Quiritus, just shrink down their guy and try to beat over it. Yeah, the Links. There we go. Yeah, so Links. Yeah, can protect potentially all of their cards. I guess it forces out. I can do it and force out the thing, but also don't even have the. It would be a lot easier if I had the Morningstar in hand already, because again, they can respond to the Dark Lord. All right, Dark Lord. The Condemned Dark Lord is a little bit better when going first. So they're gonna take like a 20-minute turn here. Again, not really doing my best at making a quick video here. I might just time out. Okay. Alright, so they have the Jaguar. They also have the Spinny Engrave. Alright, so they bring that out, and they go back in. They go into the Link 3. Or not the Link 3, the rank 3, excuse me.
This wild steed blazes the tundra to torch every illusion. Wave 3. I activate Mirage Stalio's effect.
Alright, so Mirage Stalio goes and gets something. They already have the Jaguar. Fennec. Okay. This goes and grabs a normal spell. Okay, so they're gonna use that. Link off and, you know, go and grab like a one of the rebuy spells. They grabbed the field spell, right? They have the field spell. Do they already have the field spell? Yeah, I don't think they added the field spell, so I must already have it. Alright, there you go.
Salaman Great Sanctuary. I blaze the circuit that scorches the beam.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. This is gonna take forever. Yeah. Hit the Sunlight Wolf. Grab back a spell card. Yep. Save the Surgeons. But I don't believe maybe they already have it. They might already have the oh, do they have it with the skill already? Right, they have, yeah. They already have this. Good lord. Good lord, look at how many cards they have. I hear Cookie already. They grab back all their guys. They have a bajillion cards in hand. Alright, they set one, like, they have a couple, right? Like, they have the circle, and then they have the other quick play spell. Alright, top deck. Oh my goodness, wait, that's kind of crazy. But it's still not even that good, which is like tragic. So I think I want to put this in the yard. Yeah, put this in the yard and go and search for Comedian. So put this in the yard, add Brandon Red. We'll activate again. This doesn't really help us that much. Comedy. Add this to hand. So yeah, I think we just want to grab, right, fusion summon with this. I guess we try and do this first.
From my hand, I activate a field spell. I activate a field spell.
So we use this. Oops. I right-clicked by accident. We use this, and this to fusion summon. And I think I want to, put it here, actually. As weird as that is. Add one of these. Special summon this. So this is interesting because now they're forced. Yeah, this is while they're going to be protected with the Bailings, they're kind of forced to activate now or not at all.
I don't think so.
So you can't target this.
My quick play spell.
So you can target your own guy. Yeah, so this is where the Pentastag is going to come into play. Oh my goodness, wow, they just scooped to that? They scooped to that?
It's not like I was trying to mess up.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying, is that's the power of the first Dark Lord, is like, it just, even when it didn't wipe our opponent's entire board, it still mostly did what we wanted it to do, right? Sorry, my camera's a little messed up. Yeah. That I feel like we didn't really even get to show off the rest of the deck. We also got lucky and we top decked the Morning Star. But still. I'm not sure if they would have had the means of destroying the Dark Lord, of the Condemned Dark Lord, or I guess they had the book, but I don't know. And And obviously, again, people note also that like this deck also just has something that is helping it when going second. A lot of the Duel Links decks seem to be like that. So if you go second, you just get this big boon of power level. All right, so this is the deck that I hate. I absolutely am so annoyed when playing against this deck. Neos Fusion, that's fine. So they grab, yep. Kluger. That's fine. So what is this? Do we know? Oh, they add Neos and not super polymer. So is this a super polymers? That might just be super polymerization, which is annoying. All right. So yeah, you get to go and just dump. You probably are dumping this. Yeah, we're dumping this and going and grabbing the branded in red. You can reveal this. And grab the comedy? Yeah, we grab the comedy. Yeah. Grab the theater. I think I would like to fusion summon this. Yeah. So we're gonna Brandon red. Grab this back. Let's see if they have anything. So this is activatable. This is activatable, or they have a crow. They have a crow that sucks, but okay. So we fusion summon. We fusion summon into this, right? Because this is unaffected, yeah. So let's get the masquerade. We have to use these two.
Here I go. Fusion summon.
So we go and grab any Despia card, as well as resummoning this. So summon this. Yeah, let's, I guess, just grab this. So we can also just, yeah, that's interesting. Why don't we just do this under, yeah, let's normal summon. Interesting. So it must have been Crow, because yeah, whatever they had before, they can't activate now. So yeah, we're just gonna go for this, because yeah, if this is activatable again, I'm very confused as to what they have that they could have activated but aren't. So I'm gonna do this and grab Morningstar, add it to hand, activate the theater.
From my hand, I activate a field spell.
Oh, it's an MST.
Activate a field spell.
Oh yeah, I just get to negate it.
I activate my monster's effect.
That's funny. So yeah, now we do this. You bring this out.
Fusion summon.
Destroy all their cards. Bring back something. I think we're gonna bring back this, actually.
Here I go. I special summon a monster.
So now now don't we just, yeah. Now we just see this. Let's see what happens here. I just don't remember if this actually triggers the effects.
I activate my monster's effect.
Okay, it does. That's fine. Yes. So now we just activate this, send this, negate this. Yeah. And doesn't this just kill them? Love that. Love just bashing this stupid deck. This isn't even a meta deck, but I just hate playing against the stupid super poly, like search for super poly, and also this card is just really annoying to deal with. All right, we'll do one more, and I think that's a pretty good demonstration for the deck. You see this deck lose? Like, I just want to see it get clapped. I want to get clapped. So I want to know that, like, the deck is not I want to show that the deck is not unbeatable. You can beat this deck. It looks good. It is good. It's not unbeatable. I was gonna say this might be a difficult if this is Lyrilusk, but we do have Forbidden Droplet. They also have a 7-card extra deck, which is weird. We also bricked. I guess we did it. We can't brick because we are going second. But also the DD Crows might be able to stop. This is why I don't like running DD Crow and like all these other random cards. Like Dark Lord is rough and Super Poly is rough, but these are powerful enough and kind of ubiquitous enough.
It's my duty to protect Link brains from every threat.
All right, cool. Next game. Why is that the game where like I was like ready to brick and be like, see guys, the deck can brick. It's not unbeatable. And my opponent just scoops. All right, come on. All right, this is Predaplants, or if it's also Pendulums, that'd be cool. All right. Shocking Venom. That's the all right, so we didn't brick, but we also kind of bricked. Because we just have a bajillion Dark Lords in hand. So go and grab this. Add this. Yeah, we'll activate this. Alright, so now we kind of do this in reverse order, where previously we activated Branded in Red first. We obviously don't have Branded in Red, so we're not going to do that. We activate the Blazing Dragon. Fusion some of these. We'll put this in defense position just in case. Yep, we go and add all these effects. Alright, so summon this out. So we actually don't even need to search for, or sorry, to summon the Dark Lord. We're just gonna summon Aluber and go and grab the Branded in Red. Yeah, this hand looks super awkward, right? Like, so my guess is they're gonna put the counter here and just remove this immediately, because that's how Duel Links works. You just get the outs. Wait, huh? I guess we're scared of this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we just got clapped by Night Beam? Night Beam? Okay, the question is though, can they play through Masquerade? Because, like, we can also just, like... Yeah, they're just taking so much damage every time. Okay, so now they're locked into fusion summoning. Okay, so they're fusion summoning into probably the... Yeah, the... whatever this thing is. Ambulo... What does that mean? So this is... Oh, wait. We can't just negate this. So now they can activate one more effect. And then they're dead? So they fusion summon, you know, using this. It's like, okay, yep, I see that. But then they're done? Yep. Oh, that's funny. That's really, really funny. I think I'll put it in defense position just because I know that they can beat over it. That's funny. Since it was used for a fusion summon, it comes back. That's really, really funny. Yep. Alright. That's fine. Oh, that's funny. So now we're even more nuts, where we just use this, we fusion summon, we'll use this, the other one, and this. I mean, this is fine. They can't even activate a single effect. We go and bring back the guy. Yeah, they can't activate an effect without dying. So this is what I mean. As I don't know if our opponent realized they totally should have. I guess even then they didn't have access to whatever their kaiju. I don't know. I'm not sure how they could have played there. I haven't really played the Prime Plant deck much. I have it. I have all the cards for it, but I haven't built it. But yeah. That's Despia. My opponent got to play the game until they couldn't, and they just kind of burned themselves to death. Yeah, the fact that this is 600 life points and not 300. Right, even if it was 300, they still would have taken a bunch of damage. Right, and just still probably die. Right, to my just horde of dudes. That's a funny interaction with the Dramaturge, where since they were a fusion archetype and they used it to fusion summon, it came back to my field. It's a little bit awkward, unfortunate interaction for them. But yeah, deck's good. I don't know what else to say. It's fun, right? I also just love just getting to summon the first Dark Lord. I also love just playing Dark Lord. I like that Dark Lords are just like these big dudes and just like these like crazy powerful effects. And while Dark Lords itself isn't powerful, it's cool that this deck just gets to use that. This card getting some usage is cool. Yeah. So anyways, we'll see how the metagame evolves. Again, I don't think this deck is unbeatable. There's definitely some clear weaknesses, like if you destroy the field spell successfully, like obviously like there I had the protection for it, but if I don't have access to this card, right, then you destroy the fusion spell, or again, as you saw, also the Night Beam destroying the Branded in red, right, first. That was a good play from our opponent. So like there are ways of and again, also people are adapting with the Crow, so there are ways of combating the deck. So I don't want people like freaking out and going, oh, you think the deck is broken, it's broken. Don't think the deck is broken, it's just really good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Also, again, any Yu-Gi-Oh players that are more knowledgeable Let me know, like, is there a thing with like fusion archetypes where there's just like some fundamental of the game or just the way that they're doing designs where a lot of the recent, you know, powerful archetypes seem to be fusion based archetypes? Let me know. But yeah, this is fun. Glad to show off the deck a little bit. And yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.